हेलो एंड वेलकम टू आईटीवी नेटवर्क। आज हमारे साथ है डॉक्टर रणदीप गुलेरिया, एम्स डायरेक्टर है, ऑल्सो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पर्सन आज के क्राइसिस में। आपका स्वागत है डॉक्टर गुलेरिया एंड वी नो दैट यू आर वेरी बिजी। थैंक यू फॉर टॉकिंग टू बोथ इंडिया न्यूज और न्यूज एक्स। मेरा पहला सवाल है डॉक्टर गुलेरिया, द केसेस इन इंडिया आर राइजिंग क्वाइट हाई, लेकिन हमने उसी समय क्रिटिसिज्म है कि जैसे ही केसेस इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं उसी समय हमने अपने आप को अनलॉक भी कर लिया है। तो इसके बारे में आपकी क्या राय है?
आपकी बात सही है कि केसेस तो इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, लेकिन ये भी हम देखें तो हमारा लॉकडाउन जो है काफी लंबे समय तक रहा है।
करेक्ट।
And the long lockdown also means that it has caused a lot of hardship as far as economic hardship is concerned, especially to the lower socioeconomic status. और इसमें ये हुआ है कि those people who are daily wage people, चाहे वो रेडी वाले हों, चाहे वो ऑटो रिक्शा वाले हों, they are having a huge problem because of the extended lockdown. तो लॉकडाउन से कुछ फायदे हुए, it gave us time। जो एकदम स्टीप राइज ऑफ केसेस हो सकते थे, जैसे इटली, स्पेन या न्यूयॉर्क में हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ। और हमें कुछ समय मिला कि हम अपनी टेस्टिंग फैसिलिटी बढ़ा पाएं, अपनी लेबोरेटरीज में सब जगह देश में खोल पाएं, हॉस्पिटल्स, कोविड केयर सेंटर्स, कोविड हॉस्पिटल्स, कोविड आईसीयू पूरी तरह से बना पाएं, ये कर पाएं कि सारे देश में ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई अवेलेबल हो, और ट्रेनिंग पूरी तरह से कर पाएं, जिससे डॉक्टर्स की पूरी ट्रेनिंग हो कि इस कोविड बीमारी को कैसे मैनेज करना है। कुछ हद तक लॉकडाउन के दौरान इस प्रॉब्लम भी रही, जिसके कारण केसेस जो हैं वो अब कुछ बढ़ रहे हैं। लेकिन मेरा ये मानना है कि अब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है हर एक व्यक्ति की है, अब इट्स अ सिटीजन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। क्योंकि अगर हमें अब लॉकडाउन भी खोलना है और केसेस कम करने हैं, तो जो सारे नियम हैं जो इसकी बात हम इतने हफ्तों से कर रहे हैं, वो हमें और एग्रेसिवली फॉलो करने पड़ेंगे। चाहे हम बात करें सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की, चाहे बात करें रेगुलरली मास्क लगाने की या हैंड वॉशिंग की। क्योंकि अगर हम ये सब करेंगे तो फिर लॉकडाउन भी खुल पाएगा और हम केसेस की जो राइज है उसको भी रोक पाएंगे।
How are we on testing? Do we have enough tests? Because a lot of people are worried कि जिनको थोड़े से symptoms भी हैं, पर उनको बोला जा रहा है no, you sit at home, you will not be tested. There's been a whole political crisis out of testing also, as you know.
So first of all, we are in testing capacity has increased dramatically. अगर हम ये देखें, and if you look at about, I would say 6 to 8 weeks ago, we were only doing 10,000 to 2,000 tests per day. Now we are doing 1,40,000 tests per day. So that is the huge jump that we've made in terms of daily testing capacity that we have. But we must also understand that we are a huge nation. अगर हम ये कहें कि हम सिर्फ अपने 5% पॉपुलेशन को टेस्ट करेंगे, that makes it almost 7 crore tests. It is going to be very, very difficult for us to do that. So I think testing has to be stratified to answer a question. It has to be done at the right situation and at the right time. और इससे मानना है कि अभी जो हमारे ICMR guidelines हैं, we must follow them aggressively because they are actually trying to see how best we can test those who need to be tested and isolate them, prevent the spread of infection. So testing strategy has to be developed. Testing everyone randomly will be a waste and it will be a misuse of resources.
Explain to me one thing, everybody say अगर आप asymptomatic हैं, then you must try and manage at home. This word, this really scares me. What does manage at home mean? What should a person do? What would your advice be if I have or if I have mild symptoms? Forget asymptomatic, the wrong word. If I have mild symptoms, I should manage at home. What should I do?
So there are two things. One is asymptomatic or mildly symptomatic. Now we must understand कि majority of people, I will say maybe 90% or more, all in this category. And that is something that we have found in India, that हमारे जो, because of various reasons which we can discuss, we have much milder disease and our death rate is much lower than what is being seen in the West.
Okay.
But what should these people do? They don't need to be in hospital because they will choke hospitals, and those sick patients जिनको hospital की जरूरत है, फिर वो beds नहीं मिलेंगे। So दो चीजें हैं हमें समझने के लिए। एक तो patient क्या करे, और दूसरा वो कैसे ध्यान रखे कि वो औरों को घर में इन्फेक्शन ना दे। Those are the two things, because these are infectious people. They can also spread the infection.
Okay.
One is that they have to isolate themselves properly, and isolation means that they have to have ideally a separate room. If they have an attached toilet, that is ideal. If it's not, they're sharing a toilet, then each time they use the toilet, they should clean it properly with antiseptic. They should, their clothes should be cleaned, washed separately. They can do it on their own. The food utensils should be separate. Everyone in the house should wear a mask and social distancing should be done. They should stay in their room for at least 10 days. And regular hand washing and cleaning of surfaces should be done.
And medically, what medicine should they take?
Yes, so this is to prevent them from giving the infection. From the medical point of view, main symptom that they have is fever. So paracetamol, whatever, कोई भी बुखार की दवाई ले सकते हैं. अपनी hydration अच्छे रखें, good amount of fluids and electrolytes ने, a good nutritious diet. Sometimes a lot of people have acidity, so they can take some medicine for acidity. Otherwise, अगर आपको कोई भी symptoms हो, you must contact the health line or your doctor. Majority of people will become all right, and I have patients who told me कि हमें सिर्फ 2 दिन बुखार हुआ, उसके बाद हमें कुछ हुआ ही नहीं और हम बिल्कुल ठीक हो गए. या कई पेशेंट्स हैं जो माइल्ड सिम्टम्स हैं, सिर्फ बॉडी एक्स हुए, 5-6 दिन लो ग्रेड फीवर बॉडी एक्स हुए, वो बिल्कुल ठीक हो गए और कुछ उनको ज्यादा दवाई की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. जस्ट सिम्टोमेटिक ट्रीटमेंट. बॉडी एक्स हुए तो उसके लिए कुछ दर्द की दवाई ले ली, एसिडिटी हुई उसकी दवाई ले ली, अपनी डाइट अच्छी रखी, मल्टीविटामिन ले लिए, green leafy vegetables, fresh fruit लिए. That is what you need to do, and you will all become all right. कोई इसके लिए specific treatment की जरूरत नहीं है.
Okay. My second thing is, once supposing you have COVID and you have recovered, are there any side effects of having COVID? You know, we are told children may get Kawasaki disease, or is there something that we should worry about in a post-COVID recovery?
So in children in the West, this is being reported that children may have what is an acute inflammatory disorder, which resembles Kawasaki's disease, but it is not being reported much in Asian population in the children. Okay. Also, in most people, like I said, you will recover from COVID, but you will have no residual effect. Some people who are on a ventilator and have what we call acute lung injury, require long-term ventilatory support, they can have some residual fibrosis or scarring in the lung, which may have a long-term effect of making them breathless if they exert themselves or on climbing stairs and things like that. But there is no major damage that most patients have as far as COVID-19 is concerned in the body.
That is good to know, because that was a काफी worry थी लोगों के पास. And also, is there something in the Indian physique, because we have the highest number of serious cases after US. I'm not saying the number total, but serious cases after US we are the highest. लेकिन हमारा mortality rate low है, हमारा recovery rate high है. तो कुछ Indian psyche के बारे में जब we are reacting differently from the rest of the world, Indian physique.
बिल्कुल, ये एक इंटरेस्टिंग ऑब्जर्वेशन है कि इंडियंस में रिकवरी रेट इज वेरी गुड. ऑल्दो वी हैव लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल इन हॉस्पिटल, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम कि माइल्ड इलनेस है एंड दे रिकवर. द नंबर ऑफ पीपल ऑन वेंटिलेटर्स इज वेरी फ्यू. अगर हम ओवरऑल देखें तो ओनली अबाउट लेस देन 1% ऑफ पीपल आर ऑन वेंटिलेटर. अगर हम बाहर का डेटा देखें तो मोर देन 5%, और अगर इटली का डेटा देखें तो इससे भी ज्यादा लोग जो थे उनको वेंटिलेटर की सपोर्ट पड़ी. तो इससे इंडियन पॉपुलेशन इज डूइंग बेटर. और उसके कई थ्योरीज हैं. एक ये थ्योरी है कि आर्स इज अ यंगर पॉपुलेशन. हमारी एवरेज एज यूरोप के हिसाब से कम है, और ये हमें पता है कि जिनकी उम्र ज्यादा रहती है उनको सीरियस बीमारी होती है. दे हैव मोर सिक इलनेस. Similarly, it is felt that we may have had some degree of viral infection in the past, so our immunity may be good. It's also felt that because of BCG vaccination, जो हम सबको मिलती है at birth, it also gives some antiviral protection. It may be giving us some protection. So what is protecting us is not clear. लेकिन ये बात सही है कि we are behaving in a much better fashion as far as COVID-19 is concerned as compared to what is happening in the West.
That is interesting. Also, where do we stand in terms of the cure? Globally, we're hearing a whole lot of things. We're hearing that there are, HCQ, remdesivir. We've heard of, if you can explain a cure, vaccine, and also the difference between antibody testing, antigen testing. These are words which we're hearing about, which we're trying to figure out where we stand and all.
So, पहले टेस्टिंग की बात करते हैं, then we'll talk of treatment. Okay. अगर हम टेस्टिंग की बात करें, तो टेस्टिंग में we have two things. We must understand कि जब हमें इन्फेक्शन होता है तो वायरस stays in our nose and throat. And अगर हम तब टेस्ट करें तो हम वायरस को पिकअप करते हैं, जिसको हम एंटीजन कहते हैं. So that is what we do when we look at take a swab. और जो diagnosis, gold standard for diagnosis is that you take a swab from your nose and throat and you do what is known as RT-PCR, which is the name, how do you do the test. And from there we see whether there is COVID virus present or not. And you look at the RNA of the virus as by the testing. And that tells you whether you are suffering from COVID-19. लेकिन जैसे जैसे हम ठीक होने लगते हैं, our body also starts responding to the illness, and our body starts forming what we call antibodies. वो ब्लड में होती हैं, और नॉर्मली एंटीबॉडीज जो है 2 टाइप की होती हैं, और यूजुअली जो है in COVID it's seen that after the 10th to 14th day we have good amount of antibodies. So these antibodies tell us that now the body has formed some response as far as this infection is concerned, and we get all right because of the antibodies that we form to fight against the virus. So अगर हम एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट करें, वो ब्लड में टेस्ट करते हैं, अगर हम वो 2 हफ्ते या 3 हफ्ते बाद लोगों में जांच करें और उनमें एंटीबॉडीज हैं, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि आपको कोविड-19 इन्फेक्शन हुआ था, आप ठीक हो गए, और ये आपके बॉडी में एंटीबॉडीज है। इसी एंटीबॉडीज का हम फायदा उठाते हैं जब हम कहते हैं कि हम लोगों को प्लाज्मा दे रहे हैं। हम लोगों को प्लाज्मा देते हैं एज अ पार्ट ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट, वी कॉल दिस कन्वलेसेंट प्लाज्मा। उसमें हम क्या करते हैं, उसमें जो ठीक हो गया है उसका ब्लड लेते हैं, उसके ब्लड में से प्लाज्मा निकालते हैं। प्लाज्मा में यही एंटीबॉडीज होती हैं, और ये हम किसी उस पेशेंट को देते हैं जो ऑलरेडी बीमार है, तो उसमें ये एंटीबॉडीज जाके वायरस को अटैक करती हैं और उसको जल्दी ठीक कर देती हैं। तो ये एंटीबॉडीज हैं, और इस एंटीबॉडीज का टेस्ट भी हम कर सकते हैं अगर हमने देखना कि हमारी पॉपुलेशन में एसिम्प्टोमेटिक या माइल्ड सिम्प्टोमेटिक कितने लोग थे जो ठीक हो गए और हमें पता भी नहीं चला। तो इस टाइप का जो हम कहते हैं वो सीरो सर्वेलेंस स्टडीज है।
ICMR is doing something like this, am I right?
ICMR is already doing this study in 70 districts, both in what we call the cold spots, the hot spots, depending on testing results, and also in the containment zones to see कि यहाँ पे कितने लोगों को इन्फेक्शन हुआ और पता भी नहीं चला और वो ठीक हो गए, और उससे आइडिया हो जाएगा कि हमारे कंट्री में इन्फेक्शन कितना फैला हुआ है। तो ये तो टेस्टिंग का हो गया। Now we come to treatment. Now we must understand that there is actually no specific antiviral drug which is shown to be able to be very effective for COVID-19. Treatment is largely supportive, but one form of treatment which is actually making a big difference is good oxygen therapy. कई लोगों को ऑक्सीजन की कमी होती है, सैचुरेशन कम होती है। Just by giving them good amount of oxygen, we are able to actually make their body have good oxygen and they come out of this without requiring any other treatment. Then there are certain drugs which we try, and जो हम दवाई यूज करते हैं उसको हम 2 ब्रॉड कैटेगरी में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं। एक तो जो हम कहते हैं रीपर्पस ड्रग, वो दवाई ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है लेकिन किसी और चीज के लिए यूज हो रही है और हम उसको कोविड के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं। क्लासिकल एग्जांपल है हाइड्रोक्सीक्लोरोक्विन। हाइड्रोक्सीक्लोरोक्विन लोग यूज कर रहे हैं 20-30 साल से। वो यूज होती है आर्थराइटिस के लिए, हम यूज करते हैं पल्मोनरी मेडिसिन में एक डिजीज है सार्कोइडोसिस के लिए, SLE है, ल्यूपस जिसको हम कहते हैं, उसके लिए भी यूज होती है। लेकिन कुछ रिसर्च ने ये शो किया कि क्लोरोक्विन और हाइड्रोक्सीक्लोरोक्विन, क्लोरोक्विन मलेरिया के लिए यूज होती है, ये इसका कुछ एंटीवायरल इफेक्ट है और ये कोरोना वायरस के अगेंस्ट भी एक्ट कर सकती है, वायरल रेप्लिकेशन को रोक सकती है, वायरस की अर्ली स्टेज में मल्टीप्लिकेशन को रोक सकती है।
So it can prevent it can expedite your recovery.
It can prevent the virus from multiplying and therefore prevent you from getting serious disease.
All right. Okay.
दूसरा हो गया जो हम कहते हैं नोवेल ड्रग्स, जैसे एक ड्रग है रेमडेसिविर। रेमडेसिविर इज अ ड्रग व्हिच वाज मेड फॉर इबोला पेशेंट्स, बट इट इज आल्सो फाउंड दैट दिस मे बी यूजफुल फॉर कोविड-19। लेकिन अभी हम सारा अगर लिटरेचर देखें क्रिटिकली, तो कोई ऐसा अभी ड्रग नहीं आया है कोविड-19 के लिए एंटीवायरल जो हम कहें कि ये वाली जो दवाई है ये बहुत इफेक्टिव है और ये मोर्टेलिटी कम करती है, डेथ रेट कम करती है। कुछ सारी दवाइयां जो हम ये कहते हैं कि इसमें रिकवरी फास्टर है, हॉस्पिटल स्टे कम हो जाता है, मोर्टेलिटी बेनिफिट अभी नहीं है। आई वुड से ऑल ऑफ दीज आर ट्रीटमेंट व्हिच आर बीइंग ट्राइड आउट एज रिसर्च and being given for patients who are very sick because we don't have any definite treatment. Supportive treatment remains the main strategy as of now.
Okay. You said that we use the lockdown period to get our systems ready, to get, beds ready, our hospitals ready. But the Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manoj Sisodia today said that, we are expecting 5.5 lakh cases by July. And he's saying we need more bed capacity, 80,000 beds, ऐसा कुछ number बोला है. Do we have that? Because already the main crisis I'm hearing is shortage and not that we are ready.
So our population is so much, so we will never be able to say that we will have to, if we take all patients, can admit them. What we have to do is prioritize. And like you said in the beginning of this interview, that we have to, the mild or asymptomatic people who found 90% don't need to be treated. So if we make a strategy that all those who are mild can actually be sent home, we develop a strategy that they either go to what we call a COVID care center or stay at home. We use teleconsultation to talk to them daily to see that they're all right. We give them a checklist कि अगर आपको ये symptom हो, chest pain हो, सांस की तकलीफ हो, नाखून नीले पड़ रहे हो, या घबराहट हो, या drowsiness हो, तो आप hospital आओ, नहीं तो आप घर पे ही ये दवाई लो और ठीक रहो. Then we can decrease our load in the hospital, and then the number of people who will need to be actually hospitalized will be lesser, and that is something that can be managed. Also, we have to look at strategies of how can we think outside the box and create new hospital-like beds. And this has been done in China, it was done in UK, it was done in US, that in fields or in stadiums, within a few days, a hospital was made, which is a temporary hospital, like it is made by the army people as a field hospital.
All right.
So that can also be done.
But that is something that should have already been done, no?
So that I suppose, or that some plan is in place to look at that, both in terms of looking at stadiums or fields which can be converted quickly into some sort of hospital facility.
Are you also worried about the non-COVID patients? Because the whole worry is that in the last 2 months, only COVID symptoms are being treated, and जो बाकी भी heart diseases, जो बाकी लोग हैं with other diseases, especially from outside Delhi, they haven't been able to get access to these people.
So that is always a concern, that in this era of COVID-19, we should not miss out on our non-COVID patients, and some of them need care, whether it be children who need their regular vaccination, or whether it be people who are on regular dialysis, or more importantly, those who are cancer patients and whose if you don't treat them on time, they can have a poorer prognosis because the cancer may go into a more advanced stage. And therefore, we have to continue those services. And even at our hospital, we have our cancer hospital running. We still see a large number of patients there. Dialysis is running regularly. And we have started a whole mechanism of what we call teleconsultation. We do more than 1,000 teleconsultations every day from different departments, where we are able to, patients can take an appointment, and we are able to then provide them the necessary treatment as part of non-COVID care. Also, the emergency is running, so any person who comes with acute problem is treated, and we've had a number of people who have come with heart attacks, strokes, that have been managed in the hospital.
Okay, last few questions. One is, any alternate therapies? India is known for a land of alternate दवाइयाँ. So आयुर्वेदिक में या होम्योपैथी में कुछ है जो कोविड को मैनेज कर सकती है?
So बहुत दवाइयाँ यूज हो रही हैं, होम्योपैथी की भी, आयुर्वेद की भी, घरेलू नुस्खे भी लोग यूज कर रहे हैं.
कौन सा सही है, आप बताइए.
और सब लोग ये कहते हैं कि ये काम कर रहा है. साइंटिफिक डेटा नहीं है, and we are trying कि through Ayush or through our Center for Integrated Medicine Research, some studies should be done to really see whether these medicines have scientific basis to say that they are useful. अभी तो हम we are going by what is just hearsay evidence. और इसलिए ये कहना मुश्किल है कि ये are they building your immunity or do they have antiviral action? But मेरा ये मानना है कि yes, there are some herbal medicines which have been there for centuries and may have some antiviral action, but we need to have good quality research to really prove it.
Are you taking any of these medicines?
Not really.
Okay. And also, can you educate us about masks? Now, we have a whole kind of masks. You know, we got this N95, whatever. People are making ghar pe, shops are selling different kinds. Is there a, can we wear any mask, or there has to be a particular mask? अगर हम कोई area में जा रहे हैं, office में जा रहे हैं, तो कोई particular mask आप recommend करेंगे?
So हम देखें, मास्क हम 3 टाइप के कह सकते हैं. एक मास्क हो गया जो हम क्लॉथ मास्क कहते हैं, जो लोग घर पे भी बना सकते हैं या मार्केट में अवेलेबल है. दूसरा हो गया व्हाट वी कॉल सर्जिकल मास्क, 888 सर्जिकल मास्क. और तीसरा N95, N99 जो हम हॉस्पिटल में कहते हैं लगाने. फॉर मोस्ट पीपल इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू वेयर जस्ट अ सिंपल क्लॉथ मास्क. नाउ पीपल से कि अगर मुझे कोई सिम्टम नहीं है तो मैं मास्क क्यों लगाऊं. एंड पहले हम कहते थे कि मास्क की इतनी जरूरत नहीं अगर आपको सिम्टम नहीं है, लेकिन नाउ वी नो दैट एज वी सेड इन द बिगिनिंग कि कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको जो एसिम्प्टोमेटिक हैं लेकिन वो इन्फेक्शन फैला सकते हैं। तो अगर हम सब लोग मास्क लगा लें, यानी कि मान लो एक एसिम्प्टोमेटिक पर्सन है वो क्लॉथ मास्क लगाए और दूसरा जो नॉर्मल बंदा है जिसको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है वो भी मास्क लगाए, तो इफ द पर्सन हु हैज सिम्टम्स who is asymptomatic but has the disease, if he talks or coughs, the mask will prevent the virus from spreading very far.
Right.
And if the other person is also wearing a mask, कि दूसरे जो ठीक है उसने भी मास्क लगाया है, तो उसको भी इन्फेक्शन होने के चांसेस कम हो गए क्योंकि उसमें जो मास्क लगाया वो भी वायरस को रोक पाएगा। So if everyone wears a mask and has social distancing, even if we go out and travel, we will be safe and we will also prevent the chain of transmission. When we have a lot of cases happening, we must accept the fact that when we are going out and the lockdown is being lifted, you may come across many people in the community who are having COVID-19 but are asymptomatic. हम उनसे कैसे बचें? तो अगर हम सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग करेंगे, अगर हम मास्क सब लोग लगाएंगे तो हम खुद बचेंगे और लोगों को भी बचा के रखेंगे। और दूसरा ये कि जो मास्क दूसरे वाले मास्क हैं, सर्जिकल मास्क और N95 mask is mainly for ICU setting when you are really looking after sick patients who are having COVID and when there is what we call aerosol generation, जैसे nebulization दे रहे हो या खांस रहा है कोई या इंट्यूबेट कर रहे हो, और हॉस्पिटल में एरियाज में जहाँ पे कोविड पेशेंट्स आ सकते हैं लेकिन इतना क्लोज कॉन्टैक्ट नहीं है, उसमें सर्जिकल मास्क यूज कर सकते हैं।
And should, in your opinion, should we also, opening up has started, but is there also a conception कि air conditioned environments में मत जाना चाहिए because it circulates the air, which is why malls and all people are trying to avoid.
So normally air conditioning should not be a problem because that data is still emerging. But I would agree that if you have an air conditioner where the air is not recirculated, then it is quite all right that you have a window AC, for example. Then you don't have to worry because then there is no recirculation. The air is only in your own room and it is going out only. But if you have an area where there is a lot of recirculation, then there has to be good ventilation and good air exchanges so that fresh air keeps coming in and that same air is not recirculated. And some air conditioners put in a filter which is known as a HEPA filter, which will filter out the virus so that the virus then is not able to come into the recirculation. So those mechanisms can be done if one is using a central air conditioning. But the important issue is that there should be good air circulation. So some people will also put an exhaust and see that air goes out and there is not much circulation. And secondly, like I said, you have to be careful about the having some filters there. And the house, big is the risk of having central air conditioning causing the spread of the disease is still not very clear.
Okay, I'll let you go. Last word is that, we were a little worried about reports from AIIMS that I think about 400 plus people have been found to have COVID. So what happened over there? Was there not enough safety precautions?
So when we looked at our data, we found that less than 5% of people actually had infection in the COVID ward. Only 2 or 3 people had actually infection, which was in the COVID area. All of the others, 97%, were in non-COVID areas. Many of them were our guards. We had almost 70 to 80 people who were security guards working in non-COVID areas. People working in our record section, our administrative staff. So we realized 2 things. One is that many of these people, while they are working, while everything else is shut down, are coming from areas which are hotspots or containment zones.
So they brought it from their homes.
So they were not getting the infection from AIIMS, but they were bringing the infection to AIIMS. Secondly, we realized that in many people in non-COVID area, they don't understand the importance of infection control as they feel that it is only in COVID areas. So they would sit together, have a cup of tea, have their lunch together. In today's time of COVID-19, even now with offices opening up, I would say it's very important that you have your lunch alone. You can't go into your old habits of, sitting together and having lunch, chatting and having your tea together. Because you take your mask off while you do this, you are at close contact. And even if one of you is an asymptomatic carrier, he will give the infection to everyone in that office or in that room. So we have to have a new normal of now maintaining social distancing and maybe for some time having less physical social interaction, we could have a social interaction through phone or through other mechanisms.
Like we're having right now. Are you worried that the cases are going to peak? You said earlier that they are going to peak in June, July. Are you still holding that?
So the cases will peak. It's going to be difficult to say based on modeling when they will peak because there are a lot of variables. The lockdown opening up, the migrant population. I personally feel that the peak will happen differently in different parts of the country. We are a big country. So we may have a peak early in, say, Mumbai, and then that will start coming down. Delhi may peak subsequently. Other parts of the country may peak later on. And we may have a peak which happens later on in rural part of the country. I don't know. That will depend on how do the cases pan out over the next few weeks. But overall, we may have small sort of peaks happening in different parts. Main issue is the metropolitan cities, where because of crowding and because of a large population density, the number of cases will be more. And once we are able to get over the peak in these cities, then overall, on average, the number of cases should start coming down.
Because the antibodies and the thing will also improve.
Herd immunity will develop.
Thank you so much for talking to us and taking this time out. And also, Dr. Guleria, thank you for keeping India safe. ITV Network, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.